Thank you. And for the first time in over a week, we finally have some movement on the point spread. The Chiefs have been favored by 1.5 all week, and now they have been bet up to a 2-point favorite as bettors continue. I know.
Whoa, what a big
I know, guys. Big movement.
Big time.
The public, they keep on continuing to put their money on Pat Mahomes. And according to Fox, 71% of the action is on Mahomes to get his first ring, while only 29% of the public believes in the Niners to cover. Todd, are you more inclined to follow the money and bet on Casey?
No, put me in the group with the 29%. I'm going to make the case for the 49ers here. I feel that much more convinced that Clay has officially flip-flopped his pick yesterday.
Chiefs with a play.
It made me want to double down on San Francisco. All the talk coming into this game is about Patrick Mahomes against the 49ers defense. And I think that's going to be the clash of the Titans on that side of the ball. But the 49ers' biggest edge is actually on the other side, where this offense gets no respect whatsoever. Everyone wants to talk about Jimmy G and the fact he only threw the ball, 8 times in the win against Green Bay. But look at how this offense has performed since Week 12. The rushing numbers are off the charts. They've shown plenty of big play potential. And we look at Patrick Mahomes. Yes, he has good numbers in terms of wins and losses against top 5 passing defenses, but his passer rating is sub 85, touchdown interception ratio essentially 1-to-1. This 49ers team not getting any respect. Stop laughing at me. Give me the 49ers here plus the 2.
Look, Furman's an idiot on this pick. I want to hear from all the Chiefs fans. Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl, right?
There are a lot of Chiefs fans.
There we go. I mean, this is not a difficult.
49ers fans.
You know what I'm talking about. Look, it's been 50 years.
Did you go through more data last night at the bar?
I looked at more data last night while I was drinking, and you know what that drinking told me? Patrick Mahomes is the best player on the field. You can't bet against the best player on the field. The Chiefs are going to dominate. In fact, let's look at what Patrick Mahomes has done in the postseason, Rachel Bonetta. Look at these passing yards, nearly 308, 9 total touchdowns, 131.5, 0 turnovers, all right? When it comes time to make a decision, guys, when you are laying in your bed after the Super Bowl is over on Sunday night, and you are staring at the ceiling, and Patrick Mahomes has won the first of many Super Bowls that he is going to win. You don't want to be the idiot who took the San Francisco 49ers and lost all of your money. The Chiefs are the play.
Let me just say this about they have the best quarterback, so they're going to win. Did the best quarterback matter when the Titans went against the Ravens? You didn't care about it then. Did it matter when Rodgers went up against Garoppolo? Didn't matter then. Didn't matter when Cousins went against Garoppolo. It's not going to matter this week. And by the way, the fact that the spread went from 1.5 to 2,
better than Garoppolo.
I know we're sports gambling.
You think Kirk Cousins is better than Garoppolo?
I would never say that.
I think you just said that.
I know this is a sports gambling.
I knew you were going to come down on Kirk Cousins.
Let's move on. The spread went up 0.5 point. I know we're a sports gambling show. It doesn't matter, everybody, that it went from 1.5 to 2.
Big story.
The final score is not going to be 3-1 versus 3-2. Okay, this is like driving around a parking lot for an extra hour to find a spot 5 feet closer to the mall. Don't matter, because take a look at the Super Bowls that have fallen between 1 and 2 points. There's only been one in 53 years.
Crazy.
Giants 20, Bills 19.
Scott Norwood.
Yes.
You're bringing it right back up.
Even if he had made it, it still would have been a 2-point game. But the thing is, it doesn't really matter, and so you shouldn't be undecided. Just like you shouldn't have been undecided late October 2016, you have to have a side by now. It really doesn't matter that you're going to take the 49ers. You could tease them through 8 instead of 7.5. Does anyone know what I'm talking? Ma'am in the front, we're in the Lock It In show. Do you know what I mean when I say you tease it through the 7 to the 8? The 49ers defense.
She's probably got a better gambling record than Furman.
She probably does.
Don't mess with the heater.
She's wearing a homemade Lock It In shirt. She has to know what's going on.
Which, by the way, we don't have any. They didn't give us any shirts, no sunglasses. You guys got all the good stuff.
49ers, real quick, outscored their opponents 63-3 in the last few games. I think it's too little, too late for Mahomes to come back against a super fast defense. Quan Alexander, Bosa, and the like. It's going to be a 49ers win.
Can I just say something? You are full of it.
That guy back there.
You are full of it. Check the tape. Last Monday, who was the only person on this show that was on the Chiefs? Who do you guys think? It was me. I was the only
the data. I've been looking at all the data, and I have changed my mind. I'm sorry. The data has told me.
An empty beer bottle. That is bull.
Wow. I had no idea there were so many statistics at the bottom of a beer bottle.
That's where you learn a lot of life secrets.
Yeah, Clay would know. Kyle Shanahan said yesterday he still has scars from the famous 28-3 collapse to the Patriots when he was the Falcons' offensive coordinator. Shanahan is now preparing for his first Super Bowl as a head coach, while Andy Reid is making his second appearance. Reid has a ring as a coordinator, but he is 0-1 on the big stage as a head coach and has a reputation for losing big games. Guys, Clay, which coach do you have more faith in Sunday?
I've got more faith in Andy Reid. And I've got more faith in Andy Reid because he has the better quarterback. And quarterbacks make coaches more than coaches make quarterbacks. And so this is the last element. Yeah, follow. It's like X plus Y. Carry the. Yeah. This is the last part of Andy Reid's Hall of Fame resume, guys. He has not yet been able to get the Super Bowl. He's only been once. They had the Donovan McNabb throwing up issue, it was a tough situation. Terrell Owens had the injury. Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, they won at Super Bowl recently, so they can deal with it now. But Terrell Owens has the broken leg. Doesn't really feel fair to hold that against Andy Reid. But Andy Reid with Patrick Mahomes has been a lot better, not surprisingly, than Andy Reid without Patrick Mahomes. And it's just like Bill Belichick couldn't coach till all of a sudden he got Tom Brady. Then he looks like a genius. Look at Chiefs in the postseason with Andy Reid. Without Patrick Mahomes, 1-4, they're averaging 26 points a game. With Patrick Mahomes, guys, 3-1, averaging 37.
Wow,
and I will point out that the only one there was a 1 because of about a finger that D Ford was offsides. Otherwise, they would have won that game and they would have been in the Super Bowl last year. Andy Reid, have more faith in him than Kyle Shanahan.
Bold claim. Bold claim.
I'm actually confident in both coaches here. I don't think either one is going to screw up in a catastrophic form. I think one of them is going to get doused with red Gatorade, if I could say that right now. And I'll say the other thing, I'm sick of throwing the same numbers around. We throw the same. You say you did research last night. You showed that stat 10 days ago. What are we talking about here? Here's the only thing that matters. The 49ers are wearing white on Sunday. And look at this. Teams wearing white jerseys, 13-2, 11-4 against the spread.
The crowd is
Sorry, Andy Reid, it comes down to laundry. After 20 weeks.
We've been talking about this game for 9 days, and you've gone.
And I finally brought it up. It comes down to a cup full of white bleach. That's all that matters in this game. I'm sorry. 49ers win.
I don't have stats that'll come anywhere close to trying to make a compelling case of the 49ers like Cousin
I don't even know where you found that stat, by the way. I can't even believe it exists.
Bottom of a beer bottle.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. When you look at Andy Reid, you're right. And you look at his resume, he's accomplished everything you'd want a head coach to do. His 221 wins, the most in the NFL without ever winning the big game, puts him 16 ahead of Coach Schottenheimer. I believe finished his career with 205. But Kyle Shanahan's had to live with the stain on his resume of blowing that 28-3 lead. 25-point lead was widely criticized because he abandoned the run game, tried to throw it, and he allowed the Patriots back into it. But it's amazing because people wanted to criticize him last week when they were up 27-0 against Green Bay, and all of a sudden, well, Jimmy Garoppolo didn't throw enough, he's now a liability. Well, when you run the ball for as effectively as the 49ers have all postseason, it's not a problem. They can shorten this football game. Kyle Shanahan will use motion. It'll confuse Steve Spagnuolo, who's been on the defensive side of a couple winning Super Bowls. I really believe Andy Reid is going to be in search of that elusive Super Bowl crown when we're having this discussion same time on Monday.
You know, I just don't think that you can ignore experience. Would you say that this kind young woman over here, she's probably more experienced in a lot of things than I am in my life, right?
God, Rachel.
You know, she's maybe seen some more things than I have, and you can't ignore that with the coaches.
Can you leave her alone? She wants to come watch a show and have a good time, and she's getting picked on nonstop by you animals.
She's 33 years old.
Andy Reid is 21 years older than Kyle Shanahan. He has coached in way more games. He has been in this situation before. Sure, he has not won, but I trust in Andy Reid more than I do.
He comes from a coaching family, though. First father, son, head coaches.
The only problem with your analogy there is since Sal is 63, that means we have to trust him more than anybody else on the show.
Because I'm in first place.
For now. For now.
Rachel Bonetta, host of Lock It In. Thank you so much for watching. You need to subscribe. And I think the button's somewhere. It's somewhere on this page. To get the latest from the show, make sure you check out more of the best clips from Lock It In or go watch a few other segments from our other awesome shows on FS1. But subscribe. Make sure you do that.